Hey everyone, it's Samia. Right now, I'm going to be doing a book review for the book Lawless by T.M. Frazier. So, this is a book 3. It is, I would kind of call it like a companion because this follows one of the characters from the King series. So, King by T.M. Frazier and Tyrant follow King. And then Lawless and Soulless, which are books 3 and 4, follow Bear. And Bear, other than like the side characters, Bear is the only one that is mentioned in King and Tyrant. And the love interest in this book, her name is Thea. She is not mentioned in King or Tyrant, and so I feel like if you haven't read those books, you can still listen to this. You can kind of just get a feel for what these books are about if you haven't. I do have a review for King and Tyrant uploaded on my channel, so if you want to look at those, you can. I know King for sure is spoiler free, and I believe Tyrant is also... No, Tyrant is full of spoilers because it's a book too. Yep, that's right. But anyways, so if you haven't read King or Tyrant, I still think that you could... Actually, no. If you haven't read King or Tyrant, you could still listen, because this just follows Bear. And so Bear is a character in King and Tyrant, and this is about him and his story and his love interest. This is going to be non-spoiler, and so if you feel like you could still... I'm doing so horrible at explaining this right now. Basically, it's going to be non-spoiler. I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts, and other than the connection of the characters, there is no other connection of like spoilers other than the book itself. Like, I'm not going to go into any spoilers of King or Tyrant in this. I'm just going to be mentioning Bear, which is a character in those other two books. If this is making any sense, I always never know how to explain this, but anyways, I'm sure you get my drift by now. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I want to first give you the rating before I forget, because I'm scared that I'm going to forget that. But I gave this book 5 stars. Absolutely love this book. It was amazing. There was a few things that I didn't like, but I'm going to go ahead and get into that. It's still going to be non-spoiler. I'm not going to spoil anything. I promise. I promise. But let's go ahead and get started. So this follows Bear and Thea, like I said, and it's kind of just them and their story. And I'm going to read you the back because I feel like it's a really good explanation. And it says, Bear is leather and lawless. Thea is prim and proper. It will never work between them. It's a lie they almost believe. I think that's a really good description. I'm going to go with that and then go from there. I'm going to talk about like the characters. And then I'm going to also list some likes and dislikes that I had with the book. So Bear is in this biker gang. And he's very much an alpha male. And, you know, alpha male, caveman, man whore, slightly reformed man whore, and he is in this alpha male biker gang person that absolutely gives no shit about anything. And if you've read the other 2 books, you can get where I'm going with that. But Lawless gives no shit. He is very vulgar, very crude, kind of angry, very angry, kind of rude. I don't mean for these to be like sounding all the same. But he also had this sweeter side, and he really cares for the ones he loves and wants to protect the ones that he loves. And he wants to, you know, take care and protect those that he loves. So he does have that sweeter side, but he also does have that very like deep, gritty side that comes along with being in a biker gang and being an alpha male and all of that. Thea is a young girl, and she had a pretty, I don't want to say pretty bad home life, but not the best home life. And tragedy strikes, and she's left in this predicament where she doesn't know what to do, and she goes to Bear for help. And that's kind of how their story starts. I found Thea to be awesome. First off, awesome, and I felt that she was very mature because of everything that she has been through at such a young age. I believe that she is 17 and 18 in this book, and so she's very young. And I forgot to mention, because I'm kind of going to mention it in a little bit, but Bear is, I want to say like 27 or 28, so there is quite a bit of an age difference. but she's so mature and so strong, and she's so determined to, you know, do what she needs to do and get what she needs to get done. My eyes are like, my cheeks are so red. Oh my gosh. Anyways. And I also noticed that she speaks her mind and she stands up for herself, and I loved it. I really enjoyed her character. So, like I mentioned, Thea is 17, 18, and Bear is 27 or 28. That is one of the things that I kind of disliked about this book. I just felt like the age difference kind of threw me off a bit. And there were times where I was not uncomfortable with the situations and the age difference, but it was just, I was very aware of the age difference. And I think once I got past that, I didn't care. But the age difference in the beginning just kind of threw me off. I also didn't exactly like the way that he talked to her at times. It really rubbed me the wrong way. Not all the time, but sometimes. But he also had reasoning, you know. He had this excuse because, you know, he was in this biker gang and that's how he was raised. And so I can understand that, but it still kind of like bothered me. I don't remember King being like that in his book, but maybe I'm just forgetting. But I just felt like he was much more vulgar and rude, where King was just very like intense. I probably would have to read it again, which I totally am down for rereading all of these books again because I absolutely loved them. But yeah, it bothered me a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much though, because I still gave this book 5 stars. So things that I liked about this book. I liked the things that I liked about this book. I liked the whole biker gang aspect of it. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was very entertaining. This book was so gritty and so gruesome and so intense. So intense. It's very mature. I don't recommend any of these books by T.M. Frazier that I've read. I would not recommend to a young audience at all. They are very mature and very, very, very gruesome and very, 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 very intense. But I still really like that I had been on this hunch of I wanted a darker read, and this totally did it for me. I am absolutely in love with T.M. Frazier's writing. I think I have 2 books by her that I have yet to read. And then she's coming out with another one this year, and I'm just like dying because I want to read all of them. I'm so in love with her writing. It is just absolutely amazing. I don't remember this book being as gruesome as King's book was, but nonetheless it was still very intense. This book does leave off on a cliffhanger, and so if about halfway through, if you're really enjoying it, I would definitely recommend picking up the 4th one. But I guess if you read them in order, King, Tyrant, Lawless, Soulless, which that's the order, you'll probably know if you like them by then. And so I definitely recommend having the next one ready, because I read this book in like maybe like a day and a half. Probably like not even it didn't take me 24 hours to read this book. Like I flew through this book. Like I started it one night and I probably finished it the next day. Like it was just amazing. So gripping and so good. Again, it leaves off on a cliffhanger, so have that next book ready. You will want it. There's twists and turns and they throw me off like no other, but it was just so good. If you read this book, please, can we talk about it? Because, oh my gosh, the ending was just insane. Such a good book. Again, if you want to talk, I would love to talk to you guys in the comments, or you can send me a message on Goodreads. I would love to talk to you guys on Goodreads. You know, if you want to send me a message and talk about this, because I could go on for hours about it, but it was just so good. So good. I can't even say that enough, even though I keep saying it. But I'm so happy I picked this book up, and this cover model is just awesome. I think that this cover model does a great job at like depicting Bear. The description to me matched this character so well. And so I loved it. And I cannot wait. Like I've read like 4 books by her in the last like 2 weeks. And I already want to reread all of them. Like I was in the middle of one last night and I was like, maybe on page like 150, and I was like, I want to reread this book already. Like, these books are so good. I highly recommend. I just recommend looking into her books and finding the best spot for you to start reading at. And I just recommend reading all of her books. Like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. That's all I can say. I keep saying that over and over again. You guys are probably like, we get it, Samia. You like the book. End the video already. But yeah. Again, like I said, leave some comments down below. If you leave any spoilers, just be sure to put spoilers ahead, because I don't want anyone to get spoiled, because the ending was crazy. So good. But yeah, send me a message on Goodreads. I would love to talk. So leave me some comments if you want to send me a message anywhere else on YouTube. I'm down for that too. I'm down for anything. You know, I'm just so happy to have people around me in this community that I can talk to about these books, because my family's getting annoyed. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope I did a good job, because I feel like I just said I loved it like the whole time. I was just like, I love it. I love it. I'm obsessed. I loved it. But yeah. Okay, I'm rambling again. Like always. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!